What is going on, everybody? Articulated Ninja here, and I'm not here to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Legends had another live, to me one of their most lackluster lives I've ever seen. I'm just critiquing some toys. That's all I'm doing while I present some logical arguments here. That's all I'm doing. So let me start off with some positives. That Bullseye 2-pack was nice, and I like that Black Widow. Those head sculpts were fire.
Approved.
That Maximum Thor was the definition of maximum profit. There's no spinning hammer, right? When they already have it molded and made. The Legends team already proved that the maximum is maximum reuse, and it's not always going to be new tooling. So why not throw in a spinning hammer for a so-called maximum Thor? Why? No reused hammer, but we get reused lightning effects. This is the same lightning that came with the MCU Shocker and probably others, but I recognize it because I have the MCU Shocker. Same exact lightning effects. His face is wild.
Oh my God, what is that?
Yes, I'm sure it's based off of some artwork, but I doubt people wanted this weird facelift, big jaw looking, plastic surgery, handsome Squidward looking Thor. This man's jaw looks crazy. It is way too strong, man. Like, I'm not lying. Look at handsome Squidward. Look at the meme. Look at some of the people that get associated to that meme, and then look at this face. The main selling point that everyone is going to be blind by is the cape. I guarantee it. And you can always tell what the main selling point is, because if you take it away, does this thing even have a leg to stand on?
No.
It's mid at best. I'm not saying that this isn't a good action figure. This is a nice standard Thor, but why is this maximum? And that's the problem with the maximum profit line. There shouldn't be just one main selling point. Some Legends fans, not all, but some Legends fans see this and they say, this is so peak. Oh my God, they're cooking. Oh wow, cloth goods, a cloth cape. And bro, this is not peak. They're not cooking shit. This is the bare minimum. McFarlane has been putting cloth goods with bendy wire in them and without bendy wire on standard releases for how long now? Shout out to Sir Dork. I had him on my convention. He's an awesome guy. Check out his video on this Batman McFarlane figure.
So McFarlane Toys is now putting wired capes on their action figures, and they're not any more expensive than usual. What is going on here? And is this the end of the age of the clunky capes forever? So McFarlane is now coming out with wired capes. This is crazy news. I never thought we would ever get something with wired capes on, you know, the average $20 to $25 action figure, and here we are.
Look at that. That Batman was not a maximum release. It was a regular release. Come on, bro. But some Legends guys, oh, the Hasbros, they see this and they see the cloth goods. They're like, oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's so great. Cloth goods, it's so worth it. Cloth goods, it's worth it.
You need to relax.
Chill. Yeah, hold up. Yo,
this is a regular Monday with some other companies. And if you don't see my point in how obvious this is, right? The fact that everyone's so blinded by this basic ass cloth goods cape. Take a look at this photo. The same figure, only difference is the cape. One is cloth goods, one is now plastic. Do you actually believe that this should be considered maximum, or is this just a standard ass Thor? A deluxe figure at best. I'm saying a standard Thor though. But since that maximum sticker is on it, it gotta be 50 or more. So look at it without the cloth goods cape. Does that look like it's worth $50 or $60? Do you see a $60 Thor there? Well, if your answer is no, that math still applies. The reasoning still applies, even if you just insert a cloth goods cape.
he's right, you know.
So it definitely made extra sense to me. Why now? Why this live of all lives? Dwight decides to go on a rant that nobody asked for.
Not another one?
Come on, man.
How nobody's forcing you to buy any of this. And that was all during the live, because I'm pretty sure they know this overall was a weak offering and a weak ass live. We got an absorbing man that's just a bald man with no absorbing power effects or nothing. He's literally just a guy with no shirt on. Then we have an onslaught, which is basically just a repaint. It is just a repaint with no accessories. It's hard to look at that thing as an actual upgrade. No wonder why Dwight went on his rant trying to justify these products. Some of us can still like Marvel Legends but still critique it. We don't have to praise every single thing they do, especially the things they choose to slap a maximum sticker on. McFarlane has been using bendy wire, like I said, for how long now? Has been including soft goods for how long now? All of a sudden, the Marvel Legends team does it.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
This is bare minimum presented as maximum. And check my most recent video. I praised Marvel Legends. Literally, I glazed them. I praised them because of that Marvel Legends 2099 upgrade. I said they cooked on that. Yeah, it had its issues, but it was still overall a great upgrade. That was nice. So this is not about me wanting to not praise them. No, this is because Thor is straight dog water. I'm okay with praising Marvel Legends like I did in my last video, but this Thor, absolutely not. This is a standard release. If it's a standard release, then that's awesome. But the fact that it's maximum, they get to put 50 or 60 or more on it, straight dog water. But I'm watching people eat this shit up today all over social media and praise it, acting like it's worth $50 or $60. That's wild. When all these other Thors are standard releases or max a deluxe, but here you throw on a cloth good cape and all of a sudden that makes it 50 or 60 in maximum.
Nope.
So yeah, love it, buy it. Like I said, I think this thing is awesome for just a regular standard release, but there's no reason for this to have a maximum sticker slapped on it other than to charge a higher price. Because like we established earlier, when you look at it with a plastic cape, there's no way, I think even some of the most diehard Marvel Legends fans would say no way that is worth $60 or $50 easily. But they throw that maximum sticker on it and now it's all of a sudden worth that. Dan has to do his job. I like Dan, but then Dan's like, oh, this is basically a 2-pack because it comes with a static frog. Okay, by that math, then this store was a 3-pack because it came with 2 pretty big crows, right?
What the hell is going on?
The classified spirit was a 2-pack and his bird had articulation. No, that was a standard release. The same way this store should be a standard release or a deluxe. A tiny frog in a cloth cape doesn't just make this maximum. Classified comes with a ton of small non-articulated animals all the time with multiple paint apps on them. And the price remains regular, not maximum. And I'm also not blaming the Marvel Legends team or the people we see on the screen. I'm sure most of the time their hands are tied. It's the people above them that make decisions on budget and control resources. These guys are just doing their job. And that's why I'm always gonna be a Dan fan. No, not Dan who.
Whoa.
Dan Yoon. I'm always going to be a Dan fan because he is just doing his job, doing the best he can do with, I'm sure, a ton of restrictions over his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not Dan, it is the people above him. It is clear as day that Dan is actually a fan and a collector himself, and he enjoys and loves the line. Let me say it one last time. This is a nice Thor figure, but this is just a basic standard Thor figure. Call it a deluxe if you want to because of the cape, but it's only maximum so they could slap $50 or more on this basic ass figure. That's my take. They do little things like on the live, Dwight tries to make it appear like he says, oh, we got piles and piles and piles of stuff. Stop the cap.
He comes with stuff. So he's got piles and piles and piles of things and bobs to make a maximum figure.
Oh, Lord. Stop the cap.
He comes with 4 hands and 1 other hammer. 13 items in total. Let's just say that. He comes with 13 items in total. And we gonna act like pouring out 13 little accessories is piles and piles.
Piles and piles and piles.
Boy, if you don't. Do people even understand what they get when they buy from other companies, domestic companies like Savage Crucibles, for the same price or less? No, we don't get 13 accessories. We get 25 or even more. Similar with Classified, similar with Valiverse. There's a ton of other companies we can look at. Some, like Classified, even under the same banner of Hasbro, that give us way more. They don't act like 13 accessories are piles and piles and piles and It's not. It's just 13. It's literally 13 pieces, and included in those 13 pieces are 2 big ass reused electro effects. This store is a nice standard release, man, but you're not fooling me. The Marvel's Legend fandom, like some of them, it seems like they just have their eyes closed. I've already seen a few creators already jump online and say, this is great. This was the star of the show. They cooked. And yeah, I guess if you got your eyes closed, I guess we're not looking at the same thing. Or maybe the problem is I actually do look at other things for the same price or less. This Dark Phoenix wasn't maximum, but imagine if Thor came with lightning effects this size, like he's calling down lightning from the sky. Nope, they're not gonna give us that because they know everybody will just glaze a basic ass cloth good cape. They're not gonna give us lightning effects that we can literally mount him onto the same way we could mount this Jean Grey onto the flame, the Phoenix bird. They're not gonna do that for Thor because so many Marvel Legends collectors, not all, but so many, their standards are like 0. So on the bare minimum, they couldn't even throw in an already tooled up spinning hammer, right? That we've already gotten before. They couldn't even throw that in here, but the God of Thunder got no actual new thunder effects, right? No new thunder effects at all for the God of Thunder in the maximum line. Okay, all right.
I'm tired of suffering.
Shit, even Spider-Man got some new web effects that we've never seen. He gets Electro's effects. The God of Thunder gets Electro's effects. Alright, you got it. But okay, keep saying that this is the best store ever. Okay, I guess. Yeah, so great because of a red cape. Okay, the way they glaze in this red cape, you would think it was Spawn or something like that. I really wish Legends collectors would just wake up and see a cloth good cape and not think it's worth $50 or more. They would just say, duh, yeah, about time. That's been a standard in other places. Why is it maximum here? Nope, I'm sure there'll be a ton of Legends collectors that will say they cooked, this is awesome, just because they see a cloth good cape. What has times come to that I'm actually defending McFarlane? Like I'm actually defending McFarlane and those choices over there on those 7 to 8 inch action figures. I'm defending them. This is hilarious, man. But guys, let me know what you think. Like I said, if you love it, buy it regardless. Especially if you don't have a Thor that looks like this. This is awesome. But I'm always going to fight for the consumer because I am a consumer first. I'm not a content creator. I don't worry about having great relationships with Hasbro as a company. I don't worry about that. I worry about speaking for the consumers first because I have a little brother and I don't want people taking advantage of him, making him think that something is worth double the price now all of a sudden because they slapped the maximum sticker on it. Absolutely not. No, I don't want him thinking piss is golden water. No, it's still just piss. You can share this video if you want to help the channel or even just comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this action figure. I think it's a nice looking action figure. Honestly, I do. I just don't think this is maximum at all. I don't think this is $50 or $60 worthy. But you heard what I think, so you take a look at this photo and let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is $50 or $60 worthy? I'm curious, before you guys leave, what if we could have gotten this for $60 to $70? How do you guys feel about this? A big lightning effect that he can basically stand on or be placed inside of, similar to the Dark Phoenix, like he's propped up in the air like he's floating, and you know, some small lightning effects for his wrist or for his hammer, and the spinning hammer, and we have the cloth goods cape. Would you guys feel like this is a good offering, or would this still not be enough? For me, this is the bare minimum for the maximum line. What do you guys think about a drop like this for 60 to 70 bucks? Would this be a win or a loss? I know my delivery overall isn't the nicest sometimes, but the points are still the points. The facts are still the facts. Here is why I love my man Dave displaying model behavior, because he sums it up in a much nicer way than me, but comes to the same conclusion that I came to about this maximum profit figure.
And at first glance, yay. But on closer inspection, nay. I verily nay, my friends. Because, yeah, okay, what's good? Cloth wired cape. Okay, boom, that's good. The modern costume, you know what? The heroic age Thor, I said previously, I wouldn't mind if it was the vintage costume or the modern one. They both look good. This looks good. That's cool. But then we get to the head sculpts and yeah, no. The head sculpts I think don't look good at all. What is up with the huge jaw? Like he has gigantism. Like, I mean, wait until we see him with the spinning Mjolnir. Oh no. They literally had a moment in the live stream where they tipped out the contents of the box and I was like, where is it? Where's Where's the spinning Mjolnir, guys? I can't see the spinning Mjolnir on this maximum Thor. No spinning Mjolnir. Even though you have it. Like, Marvel Legends team, you made it. You made the spinning Mjolnir. You gave it to the pretend Thor. Like, it's there. And they're like, oh, don't worry, we made a new thing. It's Throg. The Frog of Thunder. Okay. So, yeah, very underwhelmed. Very, very underwhelmed by that. You're calling it the maximum line. You can't, I mean, they threw in the lightning, but no, without the spinning hammer, it feels like there is a massive missing piece from this Thor. And if you're going to call something maximum, you've got to make sure that it is. And in this case, it's a swing and a miss.
Dude, shout out to my man Dave, man. That guy loves the line, but still stands strong on his beliefs and his standards. That is awesome. You know, I think if Dave ever made a hit piece on me, I would just cry because it would be worded so beautifully and nice and painful at the same time, man. There you go. You guys see for yourself right there. I hope that people don't get wrapped up in just a red cape. Get it. Get it. Still get it if you want to. But I hope people don't get wrapped up in a red cape and think that that warrants a $60 or more price tag.
We are same, but different, but still same.
ABC, Hasbro is all that I need. Hasbro is all that I see. ABC, just buy that product, don't question me now. ABC, I don't work for the company, I defend them all for free. ABC, let's talk like we on salary now.